What's up guys, Andy here. Today I'm going to be changing the front brake pads of my G70. Shout out to car tuners out in Cali. Just a little backstory why I'm doing this so soon. My brakes aren't worn out at this point. It's pretty early low mileage. A common issue G70 owners, and I don't know if Stinger owners this applies to, there seems to be a common complaint from our owners that we get brake rotor like vibration during heavy braking. And people have gone in to the dealer to warranty it. They thought it was the brake rotors. They had them turned, brake pads replaced under warranty. But the issue seems to always come back. I haven't personally run into it yet, but just as preventative measures, I'm going to go ahead and go with the recommendation everyone else says, just to change out the pads. So, picked up these from car tuners. They said this is going to be like the silver bullet to the problem. So might as well take care of it now than having rotor issues later. Warp rotors, I don't know. So, we'll find out. Stay tuned. So first step, you see this metal pin here? There's one in the bottom as well. You need a punch set, maybe a hammer or something, or mallet. You gotta knock those out. And when they come out, you see this retaining bracket right here? This applies pressure to the brake pads so they don't come out. You see how the pin goes through the top and the bottom? So once you get the pins out, that should pop right out real easily, and you can just slide in and out the pads. So the pins in the bracket are pretty much standard on all Brembos that you'll find. It's probably not too different from any other cars that have Brembos, not just the G70. Careful not to nick your nicely painted calipers. See, once you have that top one all the way through, apply a little bit of pressure on the top of this retaining spring here. You should be able to pull the pin out the other side. Here it comes. So now that the two pins and the retaining spring are out, the pads should slide right out. Before I go ahead and slide the pads out, let's go ahead and open up the cap to the master cylinder. Pretty easy. And now I'm going to go ahead and try to compress the pistons back in with my hand. Okay. Got the two outer ones in. I think so. Yep. I'll try to do the back ones. One thing to take note of, the existing hardware on your OEM brake pads. So the new pads actually came with some shims, anti-squeal shims. So I'm not going to use the OEM hardware because these look, they cover more of the pad. So I'll stick with those. But one thing you want to do is make sure you get some brake lube, grease, apply it on the back side of the shim. Never put it on the pad material. Yeah, it's just asking for trouble. So apply where the caliper pistons would engage with this shim, and then reinstall. But be careful, do not touch the lube with your gloves or hands when reinstalling pads. Also take note of your hardware, which side has the warning indicator on it. In my case, it's on the outside pad. make sure you line up the pad holes with where the pins are going to go through later. Now it's time to slide the pins back in with the retaining spring. One thing to take note, the shape of this, see how they're not the same on both sides of this? You want this extended part against the pads. That's what applies pressure on them. Remember that. Once you line it up, take your punch, just pound it through. Now that the bottom one's all the way through,
a few minutes later. A few minutes later.
Put the master cylinder cap back on. Now let's give the brake pedal a few pushes. Okay, feel solid. So now that we finished both sides, let's put everything back together. Wheels back on, lug nuts, wheel locks. Let's go for a test drive. Let's go. So the test drive felt great. Pedal pressure was nice. And hopefully I don't run into that brake pad material transfer problem that everyone's been running into eventually. I haven't seen it, but maybe I got lucky. So hopefully I never after doing this. And as always guys, I will put the link to my brake pads in the description box below. If you liked the video, want to see more of me on my adventure with the G70, or even my car detailing videos, please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification button on the left, drop a like. If you feel like it, leave a comment. I'm pretty responsive. I try to answer all my comments. And any questions you might have on the process or the products. See you guys next time. Peace.